Hello, for here we are by For the Passion Not the Fashion, the YouTube channel. Like, share, subscribe now. We are here with my old friend from Italy, from Roma, based in England right now, I heard. But my great friend from Italy, Anthony Drago. Welcome, Anthony.
Hi Marco, hello, good to see you. Thanks for having me on your show. It's a pleasure.
It's nice to have you here too. It's a long time ago we have met.
Yeah, we met long time ago in the Netherlands. We had a great time. We met in Germany,
In Berlin? No, in
in
Hamburg.
no, in Hamburg, my friend.
Yes, Sao Pauli.
São Paulo, yeah. São
Yes,
Paulo, Rock City.
yes, in Hamburg. Yeah, on the Reeperbahn. No, not on the.
Auf den Ripperbahn, auf
Yeah,
den Ripperbahn.
okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Anthony, I want to ask you first, please introduce yourself to our viewers.
Well, my name is Anthony Drago. I'm a singer. I sang in many historical and not bands.
Mhm.
I used to sing in Kaledon, which is a power metal band from Rome. I used to sing in the Raff, which is an historical, let's say, hard rock, hard and heavy band from Rome from the 80s. And then I had a long voyage with Fingernails, which is a cult speed metal punk band, also from Rome, and we
Yes.
played together for many years, many albums, many shows around Europe. Long, cool story. And I'm also a producer.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, and I run a record label here in London, which is called LA Riot Survivor Records. And that is why I used to live in Los Angeles back in the 80s and in the 90s. And I was involved into the LA riot, the Rodney King's riot of 1992. So
Yeah.
that's where the name of my label comes from.
Oh, great. Yeah. Hey, and well, I met you as a singer for the Italian cult band Fingernails, which you have a great. The most important song is probably Heavy Metal Forces, and but you that was from the old days, and when you played. Tilburg, it was heavy metal forces all the way, headbanging and stage diving, and yeah, it was great. And later on, you did the show together. I think you were the promoter in Hamburg with the what was the name of the show? It was TCF was playing there and Trash Tanica, right? Evil Invaders in their very early days. And
Yeah,
yeah, and the Wild Dogs was there too, right? With
yeah.
Matt McCord, yeah. Uh,
Matt McCourt, Wild Dogs. Yeah. Long time friend.
yeah,
I used to
2009,
go. I
2000.
used to go to Wacken on behalf on his television channel in Portland. I remember.
Yeah, great. In Portland, Oregon. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey, and in these days we did these shows in Tilburg and in Hamburg. It was 2009, right? Do I remember well?
yeah. It was around 2009. We did those shows. That was right. It was Nightmare over St. Pauli,
That was the name. Yeah, yeah, that was the name.
and then we had a second edition in the Grosse Freiheit.
Yeah.
The next, and we had another edition in Rome, which I organized, was called Nightmare over San Paolo, because we have the same neighborhood in Rome, which with an Italian name, San Paolo. So we had those twin festivals going back and forth. It was crazy, man.
Yeah,
I just remember crazy stuff.
great. And Tilburg was great too. When the you all missed the plane because the weather was so cold. Remember that we walked in the city and went to the coffee shops to drink coffee. Remember?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, right.
Yeah. How
I
do you?
do remember.
Yeah.
I remember that crazy winter. It was so amazing. We came to your festival at the Little Devil,
Yes.
and lots of bands, lots of fun. And I remember then everybody left, and we were at your place, me
Yeah.
and a few other friends. And you told me, Anthony, to me and my bass player told me, Anthony, it's gonna be a snowstorm all over Europe, so you better stay here.
Yeah.
And what happened? That everybody got stuck in on trains in the cold for days, and we were partying at your house and going around in Tilburg in the snow. It was, I had amazing memories with you. You were so welcoming with me and all the rest of the guys, really.
Great. Yeah.
Cheers, my friend.
Great. And I also, you know what, also very special, that some bands who were there at that moment became legendary, you know, like Evil Invaders, who were very young guys at the time. And now they are, you look at where they are now. And the same with the Trash Tenica guys, who are overall now involved in Blizzard and stuff, you know. So all these were all talented bands at the time. Iron Cobra was great. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, you also had good contact with the guys. I know, with the Iron Cobra guys from Germany.
Well, we are longtime friends. We used to play also in southern Germany.
Hmm.
I had them coming up in a festival which I was co-organizing in Hamburg,
Hmm.
and I organized also two gigs for Evil Invaders in Italy back then to my label's party in
Yeah.
Florence and in Rome, and also I organized a gig in London in 2015 in
Yeah.
Camden Town. It was sold out,
Camden Town. Yeah.
crazy. They were at my place. We had a great party. Yeah, many occasions with them.
Great.
And
And
now they're stars, and we are so happy. They are so
yeah,
cool. They deserve it.
great. And Joe is still a very down to earth guy, and all the others too. But Joe is, of course, the only remaining member who's from there from the very early beginning. And but all respect to those guys. I also, when we're talking about these days, there's also one guy passed away. That was Volker from Warhammer. He was also on the bill, right? Remember that band from Germany, the Warhammer?
I do remember.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
had.
yeah, I remember Warhammer.
Yeah.
Warhammer was, it's a great band, and they also played in Rome. I went to see them in Rome. We played together in Tilburg.
Yes.
And I am, to be honest, I didn't know about this passing, so I'm
Yeah.
really sad to hear that, my
Yeah.
friend.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I didn't know.
Yeah. Well, that's happened, and we wish the family and all the dear friends in Germany and everywhere else all the best for their loss, for this great uh, frontman of this great cult band from Germany. Well, back to Fingernails. How did you do you look back on these days from the f- back to the days of Fingernails? How do you look back on those days where you were playing in this legendary band who started in 1981, right?
That's correct.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I only have good memories. We actually, there was many years without Fingernails because they released the album, the historical album in '88,
Oh
and
yeah,
then they split up around 1990. They were so loved, but they never got a chance to play abroad in the '80s. Then in 2004, the guitar player came to me because we were playing together in the Raff from
yeah, yeah.
Rome,
I know.
and he told me, Anthony, I had a dream. Let's reunite Fingernails, and then we became a four-piece band. Something is falling apart. We became a four-piece band, and it was incredible the response we had. We released many albums. We started to play all over Europe. We played in 15 countries.
Oh wow.
Germany, Italy, Holland, so many, even in Norway, everywhere. And we released many albums like Hell and Back, Destroy Western World, Alles Verboten, which was a very good selling album. All the albums were so good. All the clubs were full, and especially young kids came to our show. We
Mm-hmm.
had so much fun, so much fun. And I just want to keep with me good memories because we had very, very, very good time.
Yeah.
Hard work, but happy days, honestly.
That's.
And
Oh, sorry.
yeah, no, no,
No?
no. Okay, go ahead.
Well, you said about young kids. It's very surprising that young kids are more into this obscure 80s bands than older guys, it seems. The older guys stay to the Iron Maiden and Judas Priest, and the younger guys are much more focused on bands like Fingernails or Witchcross or stuff like this. It's very. I think it's because of the internet and stuff. Do you think? What do you think? Because it's very strange that the youth is so much into this stuff, and the older guys stick to all Slayer, Judas Priest, Iron Maiden, stuff like that.
Well, I would say that was and still is maybe the great revival of underground, which started around 2004 all over Europe. And I was amazed when I used to play North Italy at the beginning, and I saw this. I mean, I'm older, and I seeing these young kids play. They knew every song of every obscure band from the 80s more than us. And also, I think that many guys from the 80s scene, then, they settle down, they put their comfortable shirt on, they start a family, and they just lost the way, and they became more, normal people. And it was thanks to those kids that we had a great revival of heavy metal up to date. And I really don't like when I hear those old school people who suddenly they turn to internet and realize that the scene went on, and they start to tell, we are the original, we are the original. You may be the original, but you dropped, and the kids are breaking the legacy, breaking the flag on. So I stick to those people. I never dropped, but I truly love those kids who did a great job by revitalizing the scene, of course. That's my opinion.
Yeah, it's my opinion as well. I think when there's equal respect, the youth need to show respect for the old people who started this music, and we have to be happy that there's a new generation. That's my opinion.
I completely agree with you, my friend.
Hey, and well, I go skip some questions where I go back later, but I first want to ask you, because we're talking about young bands and young metal fans and punks. Give me your all-time top 3 of favorite retro bands. Only retro, no 80s bands, but 2004 till now. What are your favorite new bands from heavy metal, speed metal, punk, hardcore, crossover, whatever, glam?
Oh my God, that's a very hard question because I have so many names in my mind. Of course, I would say Evil Invaders, one of them. I know it's obvious, but I really like them, and they speed metal in the old way, but with a fresh, style.
Mhm.
And then there was a Greek band that I used to love, a crossover band. If I can recall the name, my God, it was, oh my God, Abstract Violence, probably. It's a very obscure band from Greece, and I used to love it. And what else? Many bands. Some I don't know many names to tell you at the moment. I'm a bit lost. I could go
Released Anger, Crucifier, uh,
Crucifier. Yeah, there's
uh,
many good bands that
Fueled by
play
Fire,
this.
Fueled by
Excuse me.
Fueled by Fire.
Fueled by Fire is a great band. Yeah, I really like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Too
that is
many names to recall. Every day I like a band, and the next day I go crazy for another band.
okay. Great. So you follow all the young bands who are coming out. You still follow the scene a lot.
I do. I prefer to follow all these young bands, especially, when I used to open for many big names for Ronnie James Dio. I used to open for Uriah Heep. I went on tour with Misfits, Vader, Marduk, Paul Diano, but the best memories are all those young bands who played with us around. I don't know, in Italy or in Germany or in Holland. And I have the patches of all these bands and the t-shirts. So I really love to see those bands. That really interests me. I love all the classical albums of heavy metal, but actually I cannot listen to them so much anymore. I need fresh music. So I really like these new retro bands or contemporary acts, because we need to be on top of the what's going on today. And my best memories are with the young bands who share stage with me. It's a pleasure and an honor always.
Great, great. Hey, we go back in time when you were a little Anthony, a little boy. When did you get in? When did your interest for heavy music started? How old were you back then? And what inspired you to make music for yourself?
Well, first of all, I have to thank my family, because my mother was in the fashion. She was an artist, so, and she passed me music passion since I was a kid. So probably from that. But I was into monsters. I used to love dinosaurs, and I was crazy for dinosaurs and creatures. So then one day when I was 7, my mother came home with a big Kiss poster, and she told me, "You love monsters, so this is a band for you." And then, and, and I got hooked by Kiss. Then when I was around age 12, I was already a full metalhead. In
Yeah.
1983, 1982, I was already a metalhead. And then, I start to dig in also all other kinds of music, because a musician needs to play. I love funky music, jazz, blues. Then I got into progressive music, whatever. But I always had metal in my veins. And so metal has always been my life. But since I was a young kid, because of Kiss, I got into rock music. Yeah.
Great. That's the same equal story like me, but you became a musician and I became myself. But anyway, now we go back to the next question. It seems you also run a label, LA Survivor Records. Please tell me about it.
Okay, LA Riot Survivor Records. As I told you, the name is a weird name, but it's from, my past experience. And we started actually when I was playing a lot in Rome back 10 years ago. We were signed by many good labels, Nuclear War Now, High Roller, and many others. So, but we wanted to do more and more. I was managing and organizing. So, me and my ex-bass player decided to create this label in 2010. And we've been working hard. We had more than 20 release in less than 10 years. Then when Fingernails disbanded, when the
Mhm.
lineup disbanded, first I went to California to record a blues album, and then I moved to London straight away. And then I moved my label to London. So now the label is based in London. And since then, I've been working hard and hard to make it more and more professional, to go to a higher level. And that's where I am today. We are at a more professional label. That's why we are releasing good stuff now. I have 6 people working with me, and collaborations, and a wider range of connection.
Mhm.
So that's where we are today. We celebrated 10 years in 2020, and we're going really well. I really love it. It's hard work. It's hard work.
I know I have a label too. Maybe we can cooperate together sometime. We can do
We
something
have,
together.
yes, definitely.
We need to trade sometime, and we need to distribute our releases together. You mine, and I'm yours. It would be cool to work a little bit more together, because we lost a little bit contact over the years, and it's glad to see you back and to pick up the line again. Okay.
Thank you, Marco. We all appreciate what you're doing for the scene with your fanzine, with your website, with your label, organizing. So it's a pleasure to get in touch with you and to collaborate and
Great.
to have some beer together, of course.
Yes, yes. We you always got you we talked about it privately. You always can come to over to here. I also really like to come to Roma someday, England also, but I never really been in Italy. I only crossed the border for a pizza, that's it. So I need to go there someday.
Well, Roma, it's an amazing place, and
Uh-huh.
it's a huge city. Roma, it's big like London. And there's a lot of rock music going on there. Of course, it's nice to visit because you see all all history from the old ages up today. So it's a really crazy town. You have to be really crazy to live in Rome, honestly. It's crazy, man. So you have to come. I I will be happy to host you and to have you some events, of course.
Awesome. Hey, and now we are talking about Italy and about Roma. How's the scene there at the moment in Roma? Is there still a metal scene? Are there new bands? Are there a lot of new people into the scene? Some old bands? Whatever. What's going on there in Italy? You still follow the scene in your home country, in your home
Of
city?
course, I go to Italy very often and I organize there as well. And Rome has always been a great city of music,
Hmm.
rock music, reggae music, electronic music. There's a big scene for everything. Rome, there are squats. There are the biggest squats in Europe, and they organize all kinds of crazy events. There are many clubs, and there's always been a great rock scene with historical bands and new bands. So I think it's a very good place for music,
Great.
honestly. Yeah.
Are there some Italian bands you recommend? Are there some bands in Italy you recommend the viewers, like new bands? You say this band you have to check out; they are great. Are there some bands?
Yeah, and there's many bands in Italy. I do have a radio show, and every week I try to put on an Italian band, some new or old Italian band. There's many bands. Let me think. Historical bands, many young bands. Yeah, there's many young bands. Now I cannot tell you a specific name, but if you check those young bands, there's many of them around coming up every day.
I released one of those young Italian bands on my label, Adverser. You know them? Adverser?
What's
Adver-
the name?
Adverser.
Adversar. No, I heard the name maybe, but I don't know the band. No.
I show them later. It's a great thrash metal band from Italy. Play in the same style of Creator. They're really cool. They're really cool. Adverser. I
I'll
have
have to check them. I'll have to check them out.
to check them out. They're really cool. Anyway, back. You have a new band, Admiral, right?
Yeah, Admiral, here we are. Finally, we are out.
Uh,
I always been the man of not in Kaledon, but with the Raff and Fingernails. I was the freshman in the reunion trying to revitalize, put some energy, new energy. And
yeah.
I love what I've done. But this is finally my own band.
Hmm.
So I'm acting like a 15 or year-old guy starting a new band. And yeah, Admiral, it's a first release. It's on the tribute to Raven,
Yeah.
and we had this cover, and I had the chance to sing together with John Gallagher from Raven,
Oh, awesome.
which has always been my idol, one of the best singer in the world. And so I'm really happy to present Admiral first release today with this great tribute album and singing with John Gallagher. Actually, we have a video going on internet on YouTube. It's Admiral featuring John Gallagher live at the Inferno. and I think it's a very cool video and it sounds great. So I hope you like it. We are now recording the debut, not recording, actually, no, I'm wrong. We are writing the debut album. We have 10 demos ready. And I'm really happy because I wrote these songs in the, going around and working and in the nights of London, telling my new personal stories. So this is very representative to me. And I think it's from the heart, it's true. So this band comes from my heart, from my own life. So I believe it's something special. I want to believe something special.
And musically, you can how would you describe Admiral to metal and punk rock fans? How does it sound for you? For people, like does it sound like Slayer or Iron Maiden, or is it punky? Tell me about this music, because Admiral, I will put a video in this interview, but it's maybe what's the main influences of Admiral musically and stylish? How would you describe this band?
Well, when I was writing the songs, I actually didn't know what was going to happen. I'm very good with rock and roll because I jump on stage and I'm really bluesy, but somehow this is not so much rock and roll. I will say it's speed metal with a more melodic voice.
Yeah.
It's not power. It's not metal punk. It's a kind of hard and heavy speed metal with some influence and more colored. Also, some songs, I didn't know that. Many people compare that to Dio. So we had speed songs and some songs are more atmospheric, more mid-tempo. And it's a kind of Dio with a more psychedelic flavor, but not in the way of psychedelic music, like more crazy. So there is this mix because people told me, this sounds a bit like Dio and this sounds speed metal, but actually with this band I'm able to sing more, do different things because I'm a singer. So I take the chance to have a bit more melody than I used to do with speed metal punk, which was my cup of tea. It's my cup of tea, but it's more melodic, but not in a poppy sense. It's a speed metal and a kind of mid-tempo, Dio atmospheric stuff. I would say that. I hope it's a good explanation. I don't know. We'll see.
Sounds like some great stuff. I recommend people to check it out at least. And where can they buy this CD? How can they order this? Is it
Well, I want to show it to you. This is advertising online.
Oh, great.
This is the vinyl.
Awesome.
Japanese edition. It's very nice. And actually it's out in Japan now.
Oh, did you who released it together with you in Japan?
No, it has been released by my own label, Riot Survival Records, but for Japan, Stakk Records acts the exclusive. So Miki Tosh is number one.
Yeah, he's
and
great.
We've been working together.
Mickey is great. Yeah.
Miki is a great guy, supporting the scene.
He do
a lot. So we decided to release it first in Japan through Miki, Stakk Records.
Yeah.
And then worldwide. It's coming out on the 5th of October worldwide, but since the 23rd of September, you can find it in Japan. But we are really happy because pre-sales are going great. Sales are going great. People loves it. Band are supporting. And I'm touched from all this response because, it was a long, hard work from the heart because Raven is the best band. They deserve a tribute album. And so I'm really, really happy that people loves this because it was a long, long, long work. And I have to thank Raven and John Gallagher, because when I was in Germany, in Lübeck, years ago, and I told him about this project, and he was so kind, and he told me, Anthony, let's sing together on your song. So I was kind of shocked. I said, what? Are we singing together? Yeah, let's do something together. And he's been so supportive. He's talking about the release. So I'm really happy that they are enjoying this effort.
Great. But this is not the first tribute album you made. You also made a Motorhead tribute a few years, like 10 years ago, 12 years ago, right?
Yeah, exactly. Basically, we had this Motorhead tribute album.
Mm-hmm.
That was only released on CD.
Mm-hmm.
And we had many cool bands. We had Evil Invaders, they were young. We had the Villains from New York. We had Mr. Paul van Rijswijk from Holland.
Yeah, from Hammerhawk and Emerald.
Hammerhawk and Emerald, and so many bands. Wild Dogs, TCF, which is your friend Hans from Holland as well.
Yeah, and Nick who's now in Doel and in Doel and Gold. He's the young guy. You remember the young guy on guitar?
Yeah, I do.
He became very known in the scene. And Hans has a new band now, Remain Untamed. It's a great crossover band, and they have their second album out now. You have a moment? I show
Sure.
you. One moment.
Please.
Look, this is Remain Untamed. This is their first CD, released years ago. And this is their new CD. We have guest appearance of Burnerman, who was in Sodom and now in Bonded. But this is the new band of Hans, the New World Order. It's great crossover again. Friday they have their release party. So Friday, it will be not online, this interview, but then it will be already done. But the release party will be happening, and it's really great crossover again, like you expect from Hans. And too bad Rob, the drummer, he's not in the band anymore, but he was also a really talented drummer, very underrated, I think. And Nick, check him out, Doel and Gold, all the stone hip more hipster bands. But with all respect, he's a great musician. He became a big star as well. So yeah, TCF, that was a great time also.
Yeah, I want to get this new album, so I believe it's from your label, from your website. I can buy it, right?
Yeah, but we can trade if you want. Then I have some. That would be great. Better for you and better for me.
All right, my pleasure.
Okay? We do. Hey, about this Raven tribute, I heard you are satisfied, and that the band is satisfied, which is a plus as well. How can people order this? You already told by LA Riot Survivor Records.
That's LARiotSurvivor.com. You can easily find it online, and now we are being pre-ordering, and lots of people are buying. It's a limited edition, so I think who wants to buy it should hurry, because really vinyls and CDs are running out. Also distributor. So let's just dial our website and you can easily buy. Or if you want the Japanese edition, you go to Rockstack Records Japan, and you can get it there already from now. So I want to thank all these great bands who are on the tribute, because we have very famous and great bands for participating. And it's easy to get. Just look for LA Riot Survivor and you'll easily find our website.
Great. And you talked about Mickey in Japan. Yeah, I just want to say he's a really cool guy. I met him on the Keep It True, and I worked with him online, some things out. he's a really nice guy, and I hope the people in Japan and Asia will go to him and buy it as well. And here we can do some cooperation. Maybe people can buy it in Holland, and if you want, we can stay in touch.
Of course.
Yeah.
We must. We must.
Yeah.
That sounds great to me. That's music to my ears, my friend.
Okay, cool. Hey, we already nearly to the last questions. Is there any shows or tours coming up?
Yeah, actually, I'm organizing the new Riot Survivor Feast, which was held twice in Rome and then in London, and we are organizing a new one. I'm thinking, I'm not sure if it should be held in London again. So I'm thinking about, or maybe in Europe, but we will announce it soon. And also, I'm organizing a European tour for our next release, which is this amazing band from London, which I discovered. It's called Wounded Not Dead. This is a trio. They play some kind of, it's called space death metal. It's some kind of progressive death metal in a way that completely new. This band has a unique sound. So we are, yeah, honestly, everybody loves them. They are great guys and they do great music. And we are releasing soon the new album Alchemist, The Alchemist. And I'm organizing a European tour in spring for them because I want them to go on the road in UK and in Europe. So we have those two events coming up, the Labels Party and the Wounded Not Dead. Check this band out because they are great tour. And more stuff, hopefully, to be done.
Is it a band from London?
Yeah.
Oh,
Maybe you heard some. Have you heard them?
Send me the link, please.
Of course. They're releasing now the new video, so I will send it to you.
Great. Now, Anthony, we are coming to an end, and but I really want to thank you for all your this open-hearted chat with me. I really hope we can talk personal and real someday, not too long, in a short time. I hope you can come over, and I can come over to you. Let's have a party. Let's have a drink. Go to some shows. Go to La AS Roma together.
Sempre.
Yeah.
Forza Roma.
Forza Roma. We already spoke about that to do that together someday. So yeah, let's stay in touch and let's work more together. It would be cool to have a partner like you, international partner like you. So let's stay in touch, my friend.
Thank you, Marco. I definitely see you in Holland, and I'm looking forward to see you in Italy, and also in London anytime. But you know, I know you travel to England, so it's easier for you. So it has been a truly pleasure. I thank you. I thank your audience for having me, and I really see you soon. It's not what the scene can do for you, it's what you can do for the scene. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, Marco. You rock, friend. You rock.
Thank you very much as well. Please share the video and let people also subscribe, like, and share. For the passion, not the fashion. Metal is in your blood, and support the scene like you do, like I do, and I hope many people will do it with us. Okay?
Always, my friend. Never stop. Thank you so much. Keep on rocking.
Thank you very much. Ciao.
Ciao.
Ciao.